whose leader swore either to save us or die with us on the trail. We listened to the sound of her voice, felt her good bye kisses, and watched her hasten away to father, over the snow, through the pines, and out of sight, and knew that we must not follow. But the influence of her last caress, last yearning look of love and abiding faith will go with us through life. The ordeal through which she passed is thus told by Colonel Thornton, after a personal interview with Mr. Eddy: "Mrs. George Donner was able to travel, but her husband was in a helpless condition, and she would not consent to leave him while he survived. She expressed her solemn and unalterable purpose, which no danger or peril could change, to remain and perform for him the last sad office of duty and affection. She manifested, however, the greatest solicitude for her children, and informed Mr. Eddy that she had $1,500 in silver, all of which she would give him, if he would save the lives of the children. He informed her that he would not carry out $100 of all she had, but that he would save her children or die in the effort. The party had no provisions to leave for the sustenance of these unhappy, unfortunate beings. After remaining about 2 hours, Mr. Eddy informed Mrs. Donner that he was constrained by force of circumstances to depart. It was certain that George Donner would never rise from the miserable bed upon which he had lain down, worn by toil and wasted by famine. A woman was probably never before placed in circumstances of greater or more peculiar trial, but her duty and affection as a wife triumphed over all her instincts of reason. The parting scene between parent and children is represented as being one that will never be forgotten, so long as life remains or memory performs its functions. My own emotions will not permit me to attempt a description which language, indeed, has not power to delineate. It is sufficient to say that it was affecting beyond measure, and that the last words uttered by Mrs. Donner in tears and sobs to Mr. Eddy were, "Oh, save, save my children!" CHAPTER 15